I can't even have a conversation with anybody who's talking about we about to be deported. You know what I'm saying? Black people have been through everything imaginable in this country, and they can't do nothing more to us than they already done.
What's going on, people? I want to briefly talk about all of this nonsense from migrants just saying to Black Americans, your time is coming too. You wait. One day it's going to be your turn. In other words, to be deported. How's that going to happen? And where would they deport Black Americans to? Now, you could say, oh, they're going to deport you back to Africa. We've never been to Africa. We have no connections to Africa. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, wake up one morning and the Iceman is knocking on the door, breaking the door down, saying, okay, get up. We deporting you. You going back to Africa, right? And we're like, Africa? I ain't never been to no Africa. Who's in Africa? What part of Africa am I going to? Yeah, you going to send me back to the continent? What country in Africa am I going to? We just going to send you back to Africa because that's where you from. You got family. Who my family in Africa? Where am I going to live in Africa? I don't know nobody in Africa. You just going to just send me back to a place that I ain't never been before? Now you see how stupid that sounds. Now I'm going to make a video on YouTube and I'm going to go in more in depth on that and I'm going to post it on X, okay? So you guys go to X and follow me on X. If you have an X account, formerly as Twitter, go on there and follow me. Fearless J 2008. Fearless J 2008. I'm going to make that video because it makes no sense. Why would you wish bad on somebody, to a people that have done nothing to you? What have Black Americans done to migrants and to the Latino community and even the Africans that would tell Black Americans, your day is coming too. You just wait. You're going to get deported too. Where am I being deported to? This is my country. This is where I'm from. This is where my ancestors are from. Oh, you's from Africa. Where in Africa am I from? And who's my family in Africa? Once I get to Africa, who can I call? Right? So tell me, all of y'all that say that I'm from Africa, that I'm going to be deported back to Africa, number one, I can't be deported to a place that I ain't never been before. So how am I going to be deported back to a place that I had never been before? Y'all tell me that. Who's my peoples in Africa? What was my African name? See, you see how stupid that sounds, right? So when you say Black American is going to happen to you one day, why would you wish bad on somebody? What did Black Americans do to you? Was it an individual Black American? Did you get jumped? Did somebody take your cookie in school? Were you bullied? For Africans, were you called an African booty scratcher? Because I know a lot of y'all keep saying, like, I was bullied in school. I was called an African booty scratcher. And that hurt my feelings. And I had PTSD from being called an African booty scratcher when I was growing up from Black Americans. So now I'm just going to wish that they get deported. What did Black Americans do to y'all to make you want Black Americans to be deported? To not even like Black Americans? Know what I think it is? I think you envy Black Americans. I think Black Americans are comfortable in a position, because y'all are trying to, for some reason, y'all seem to, be spending a whole lot of time, man. It's like Black Americans are living inside your head. You have Black American derangement syndrome, right? It's like, well, black Americans ain't taking advantage of the opportunities here. Black Americans are committing all these crimes. But what does that have to do with you? Because a few black Americans, just like from any other race, right? But what does that have to do with you? Black Americans don't work, they lazy. What does that have to do with you? How does that stop you from doing what you're supposed to do? And where are the results of what you've been doing since you've been here? All right? You know what I mean? You know, so why are you all in black Americans' power? Why are you pocket watching black Americans? Right? How does that benefit you? How does that give one inkling to your life? You know, how does that affect you? You just watch black Americans day in, day out. You're trying to find something wrong. You know, it's like, this what black... So, create your own space. Do your own thing. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing, right? But I made a video on TikTok, and I was just supporting Coke, and I really didn't expect to get over 200,000, close to 300,000 views on there. And it's a lot of angry Mexicans and Latinos. Took that quite personal, although it had nothing to do with you. So now a lot of y'all are on there talking about grape Kool-Aid, which I have no idea what that is, you know, and you talk about Africa and go back to Africa and it's going to happen to you. What's going to happen to me? Where am I going to get deported to? Who's going to deport me? Did you not know, and this is historically true, one of the biggest fears that the white man had was for black people, for black Americans to wake up and rise up. That's a fear that they've always had. That's why the FBI is always looking for a black messiah. And that's why when a black messiah, or what appears to be a black messiah, arrives, they end up taking him out, right? Because they fear black Americans rising up, okay? We are indigenous here, all right? So I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. Do you not know what would happen if they try to deport black Americans? It sounds stupid. Even me saying this sounds stupid. But do you know what would happen if they try to deport black Americans to a place that we've never been before, that we know nothing about, that we have no connections to, right? See, it sounds silly. So y'all need to stop that nonsense, man. Talking about they're gonna deport y'all back to Africa, a place that we ain't never been before. We ain't no Africans, right? Well, I had a chat with Chat GPT. We had an in-depth conversation, right? AI and Chat GPT, and I was asking some questions like, well, that's a good point. It couldn't answer the questions, right? Because if you're telling me that I'm African because we have DNA in African, well, they say every human being descended from Africa. So that means a Chinaman should be African too, you know? So what makes them different than me? Well, we've been away for over 500 years, right? And some even say that we were here before then, but they were transported to Africa and then end up being transported back here. Therefore, that's where you got the thing, oh, you from Africa. Black people all over this planet, right? You forget the original woman that they found, the oldest bone, was a black woman. So we've been everywhere on this planet, right? So who's to say that we are Africans, man? We're entirely different people. They know that they're different from us. They ain't like us, right? And I think that's why you have so many immigrants that's angry and upset, because they're not in the position that many of us are in, right? Although a lot of us, or you may think a lot of us, don't take advantage of it, all right? But where are we going to be deported to? And who's going to do the deporting? I don't think that's going to happen, because the day that happened is the day that there will be some serious bloodshed here. And that's one of the things that the white man always feared, was black Americans waking up and rising up.
A white man or whatever. No. You fucked up. They're going to get you out of here. All they wanted was your vote. They got it now. They don't need you anymore. And they're looking to get you out of here. Right? Now, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe somebody in his cabinet can convince him, hey, it's not a good idea to deport these people. They're a big portion of our workforce. And if we deport them, the economy is going to go to shit. I don't know. Maybe they can convince him. And if they do, well, lucky you. But if they don't, you are the prime target. And you voted for it, even though we tried to warn you. So anything that happens to you, it's your own goddamn fault. You voted for it. That's what you wanted. That's what you're going to get. I have no sympathy for you. Sorry. You know, for all of you who didn't vote for him, I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through this. I truly am sorry. And that's my message to the Latinos for Trump. You won. Congratulations. You might get your ass deported back to Mexico or wherever you came from. Congratulations. Now, to the rest of you that voted for Trump, you sold out your country for the price of eggs, the price of gasoline, interest rate on loans, the price of houses. You were too selfish and too fucking greedy to do the right thing. No, you wanted to do something for yourself. Fuck the country. Well, you screwed yourself and the rest of us in the process. That man is too stupid to run this country. If he does what he's planning to do with the tariffs, you think prices were high under Biden? You're about to find out how high they can go. You're going to have to choose between groceries and rent. If you're already in that situation, I'm sorry for you. But if you were in that situation and you voted for Trump, well, then you just fucked yourself even more, because it's going to get worse. You think you won. The only thing you won was the election. You lost your country. You lost your self-respect. You lost your freedom. If Trump does all the things that he said he was going to do, we're in for a world of hurt. All of us. All of us. Hopefully we can survive it, but I don't think we're going to be able to. That man is a total idiot. And if they don't have anyone watching him and steering him in the right direction, we are all screwed. But hey, you did it. I'm going to be here to remind you about it. Hopefully, I don't have to leave the country, but if it comes to that, I'm ready. I've got an out. Hopefully you do too. Have a good day.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, white America and Hispanic Maga fans are begging Donald Trump to deport black Americans, but they are now getting shocked, realizing that black Americans, they cannot be deported in America. You know, these people, they don't know the history of black Americans, and they don't know the reasons to why black Americans, they are not being deported. And that's why majority of Hispanic and also Maga people, the white Americans, they are not happy. They are not happy to see Donald Trump not deporting black Americans. So kindly guys, I want you to watch this compilation of videos and see the reasons to why black Americans, they are not being deported in America. Kindly subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment.
Just give us immigration reform and don't treat us like dirt. It's not that hard. We're not asking for much. If anything, this is going to help the economy. And we're not asking for you to kiss the ground that we walk on. Just treat us with a little bit of decency. Just a little bit. It's not that hard. I promise you.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. They might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing. Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad. And they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old. He was a hard-working boy. He was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. You lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
Latinos of all backgrounds, do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well, that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sirree bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
Okay, this question is for anybody who is Mexican American, Chicano, Hispanic, Latino, whatever, however you identify, it's all the same to me. Doesn't matter. So if you're within that community or if you're just watching, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, I'm about to ask you a question. You let me know your honest, truthful opinion. Okay, my question is very straightforward. Don't make it complicated. Don't go over the top. Answer is yes or no. If you want to explain after yes or no, that's fine. But first answer with yes or no. And my question is this. If all of the migrant workers are deported, would you, your family, or any of your friends sign up to take their jobs? For example, such jobs as becoming farm workers, day laborers.
African Americans are not being deported. They're just being illegally detained. That shit been happening. That shit been happening for a while. Like, this ain't even nothing new. ICE been illegally detaining fucking African Americans trying to get to Haitians and shit. Right? They been doing that shit. It's just a simple fact. Now we real like niggas really ain't gonna fuck with y'all, because I'm seeing a lot of non-black American black people, right, saying shit like, we told y'all so, you guys never listen, we told you they're gonna come after y'all, and we still ain't protesting, bitch. If that's what you thought was gonna happen, because I feel like that's what they were getting decided. They were getting more decided for the fact that black Americans were finally being targeted by ICE. Like, y'all don't even really give a fuck that it happened, because y'all never gave a fuck that it happened before, right? You're just decided because they're doing it, period. Because you think it's a gotcha, but we're still not protesting deportation, bitch. And then on top of that, these same people bringing up that happened didn't say nothing about those hangings, several black people being hung back in September. Said nothing about those several HBCUs getting fucking death threats and shit. Never said nothing about that. Never said nothing about Maga coming to those HBCUs, provoking those children. Ain't said shit about that, right? Now suddenly, oh, we told y'all gonna be targeted. We told you're gonna be targeted. Then why you didn't say nothing about us being targeted then? Like, shut y'all fake asses up. Shut y'all fake asses up. We're still not protesting deportation. If you thought that what the fuck gonna happen, dick riding assholes. That shit pissed me off, because it was real that they was excited as fuck, talking about something. We told y'all. You didn't tell us shit. We been said, oh yeah, we already knew they was gonna come after us. We already knew they was gonna come after us, and we still ain't protesting shit, because y'all sat right here and let it happen. Y'all, first of all, y'all wasn't even concerned about those black people being hung in September and those HBCUs being threatened, because y'all worried about protesting that fucking Kamala's book signing book event. They on this motherfucker arguing about why it makes sense to protest Kamala's booking event and not protest Trump. Like, that's what they try to argue. Like, no, we still not protesting deportation. So yeah, y'all might as well relax, relax.
I can't even have a conversation with anybody who's talking about we about to be deported. You know what I'm saying? Black people have been through everything imaginable in this country, and they can't do nothing more to us than they already done. Every year they give us something different. Support LGBTQ. Go vote. Go stop Asian hate. Now it's black and brown unity. You know what I'm saying? They always telling niggas to do something, but we don't never do nothing for ourselves. Where's our reparations? Where's a hate crime bill? And why celebrities ain't speaking on this? They helping the other side. damn, bro. Like, come on, man. You can't make this shit up when you can't make it make sense. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. Most of these public figures.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how Black Americans, they are now coming out and teaching these Hispanic and the Maga people their history in America, simply because these people, they voted to punish black people. They voted black people to be deported. But right now you can see they are so mad simply because they are now coming out and realize that black Americans, they are not being deported, which means that these people, they don't know the history of black Americans. These people, they should know that black Americans, they are the real indigenous people of America. And also they should not expect black people to be deported, because the people also who needs to go out of America or being deported, also it is them, because the land, it is not belonging to the white America. These people, they stole the land. These people, they were Europeans, are reject. These people, they were rejected from Europeans. And that's why they came and find a land in America. So right now they are furious because they don't see Donald Trump. They are now seeing Donald Trump is not deporting black Americans. Even Donald Trump, he knows he cannot deport black Americans, because black Americans, they are the real indigenous people, also together with the Indians. So white people, they found black Americans already in America. So they should not ever think of deporting black Americans. So if you want to deport black Americans, where do you want to deport them? Because the land belongs to them. The people who need to go, it is you, but not black Americans. So these people, they need to learn the history of black Americans. And that's why Donald Trump, he has been coming out and say that he love and educated, knowing that Donald Trump, he knows very well that the Maga people, they are uneducated. They don't know more about black history in America. They don't know about history. These people, they are uneducated. That's why Donald Trump usually play them. That's why Donald Trump usually, some point, Donald Trump, he went ahead and called them, they are the fool people, because he doesn't want right now their support. Right now, Donald Trump doesn't want their support. When these people, they were going so hard and asking about Epstein file, Donald Trump, he came out and told them that, no, you guys, you are a fool. I don't want your support right now. I don't care about you anymore. That was the words that DJT, he came out and told them. So this means that these people, they don't know, these people, they are uneducated. They don't know the real history of black Americans in America. And also the Latinos also, they don't know the history of black Americans. And that's why they are also furious, knowing that black Americans, they are not deported. You know, the Mexican, the Latinos, the Asian people, they have been seeing their families member being deported, their spouse being deported, their friends being deported, and they are now coming out and realizing that black people, they are not deported. And that's why you can see majority of them, they are really furious seeing black people not being deported. So guys, I want to read some of the comment here and see what black Americans, they are saying. So this one is saying that, how are you in this country and don't know America history? That crazy somehow. This one is saying that it is crazy. These people, they don't know American history, and that's why they want black people to be deported. Black people, they cannot be deported. Whether you can't deport, it is not easy. It is very hard to deport black Americans. So this one saying that we never had a green card. This one saying that the racism is a reason why they vote against their own interest, and they thought that black people were going to be the ones deported, while they would be here thinking that they were part of the clan. That's disgusting. We cannot be deported. Exactly. So the Latinos, the Mexican, the Hispanic, they voted to deport black people so that they can remain in America, to replace black Americans. But no, black Americans, they cannot be deported. This one is saying that this is our origin. We are the American Indians by record. This one saying that we are indigenous to America. We have been here from the beginning. This is our ancestral land. This one is saying that black Americans were here before many Americans. Before American was America. Black Americans built America. Now you are know your history. Black Americans FBA didn't came through Elisha Island. Black Americans didn't take a citizen test. Black Americans FBA were here before 99% of the Europeans that are here today. We know nothing about Africa. We are American, period. Exactly. So this was saying that not to mention they would have to deport themselves, because I guarantee my family have been here longer than theirs. Exactly. Their family, black people were there, their families were there before these white folks came also in America. This was saying that they should hold their breath waiting on us to be deported. This was saying that their public school taught them black were settler and migrated, not kidnapped and sold. They vote thinking we would be deported even though we never had a green card or a visa, something they are required to apply for a migrant to the USA. This one, they are enjoying right and freedom in this country. They never fought for, but we did for everybody. Exactly. These people, they are enjoying the right of the freedom that black Americans, they fought for everybody. And right now they are furious black Americans, they are not deported. If the black Americans would be fight in America so that these the Latino, the Hispanic can come and stay in America, these people, they will be not even in America. So these people, they need to have a respect towards black Americans. So this one saying that why is this even an issue? Get your head out of your butt, stay out of people bloodline. This was saying that the Supreme Court said that that birthright citizenship was intended for the children of slaves. We can't be deported because we are written into the Constitution of the United States. This was saying that the more you hate my skin color, the closer I feel to God. You can't send me anywhere because I am from America. This one is saying that even if they stripped us of citizenship, black Americans still can't be deported because we are our own indigenous ethnic group from this land. Exactly. Black Americans, they are indigenous ethnic group from the from United States. This one saying that it was bad enough that they lied about our history. They will be punished for that, and the devastation it has inflicted upon us. This one saying that I am FBA, I am not no African. This one saying that my lineage isn't from Africa. My people have always been here. Exactly. This one saying that I refuse to return to Jesse because that's where I am from. This one is saying that if one wish to deport foundational black Americans to Africa, will they deport Europeans who came hundreds of years later back to Europe and other countries around the world? This was saying that they tried it the 1800s century with the American Colonization Society when they created liberal and asked us to immigrate from the US to West Africa. This one saying that I can't be deported because I never had a green card. Exactly. Black Americans, they have never had a green card, so they cannot be deported. This is saying that we don't need no visa, either the jealousy and delusion is too real. If black Americans could be deported, we would be gone already. Stay up, FBA. This one is saying that I think they are thinking about Kunta Kinte, aka Toby, as for Mexican. They were practically given grants for everything. So you can see, so these are some of the comments that majority of Americans, they are trying to educate these Hispanic and Maga people why black Americans, they cannot be deported. So kindly guys, you can also share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading it in my next video. Thank you so much guys. Subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share and also comment. See you on my next one guys. Bye bye.